in this particular video, we will look into the details of phylum Arthropoda. Now, we very well know that phylum Arthropoda is the largest phylum of animal kingdom. It has most species as compared to any other phylum. Now, the number of species are too much in this particular phylum that over two-thirds, that is over 66.6% species which we have discovered, those are the arthropods. Now, in this arthropods, phylum Arthropoda, the largest class is Insecta, which has insects. Talking of the name Arthropoda comes from the two words. The first word is the arthros, it means joint, and the second word is poda, that means seat or appendages. So these are the organisms which have jointed appendages. After this, moving to the habitat. So arthropods are found almost everywhere. So we say that these are cosmopolitan. After this, coming to the body form, the first character comes from the name only, that is, these have jointed appendages. Then their body is covered by chitinous exoskeleton. The body is divided into three parts. The first part is head, the second part is thorax, and the third part is abdomen. After this, coming to the basis of classification. So in arthropod, it is organ system level. This organ system started in Aschelminthus and will continue till the last, that is phylum Chordata. It is bilateral symmetry. These are triploblastic animals. Coelom is present in them and true segmentation or metamerism is present. Now, as we know that true segmentation is present in three phylums. The first time it came in Annelida, the second is Arthropoda, and the last will be Chordata. But in the case of Arthropoda, it is only external segmentation which is present. Talking of the digestive system, it is complete digestive system. Circulatory system will be present and it will be open in its case. Talking of the respiratory system. So, arthropods are the first organisms in which respiratory system came, and respiratory system is of various types. That is, it can be tracheal system, it can be by gills, it can be by book gills, and it can be by book lungs. Now, talking of the arthropods in which these systems are present, then tracheal system is present in insects. Gills are present in the case of crustaceans. A very famous example of crustacean is prawn. Then book gills. Book gills are present in the case of limulus, which is also known as king crab. And the last are the book lungs. Book lungs are present in the case of arachnids. Famous examples of arachnids are scorpion and spider. So these are the respiratory organs in these particular groups. Now, if we have to choose one option among all these, obviously it will be tracheal system, because we said that most arthropods are insects. So that means majority answer will be of insects, that is tracheal system. Now, if we talk of respiratory system of aquatic arthropods, so the arthropods which live in water, then our answer will be crustaceans, that is our answer will be gills. So, crustaceans we can say that these will be aquatic arthropods. So, most arthropods, the answer is tracheal system. For aquatic arthropods, the answer is gills. After this, moving to the next system, that is excretory system. Now, in these, many types of excretory systems are also present. The first we can talk about are Malpighian tubules. Then it is antennal or green glands, and the third is coxal glands. Now, talking about Malpighian tubules are found in insects, example cockroach. Antennal or green glands, these are found in crustaceans, example prawn. Coxal glands, these are found in arachnids, example scorpions and spiders. This, so the same case that applies for respiratory system. That is, if it is talked about most arthropods, then we will be choosing Malpighian tubules as answer. If it is about aquatic arthropods, that is crustaceans, then we will choose these antennal or green glands. After this, we come to nervous system. Now, in the case of nervous system, the nerve cord. When we talk about nerve cord, we can take just the reverse of spinal cord that is present in our case. So, our spinal cord is present on back surface, that it is dorsal. So, their nerve cord will be ventral. Spinal cord is single, so it will be double in this case, and our spinal cord is hollow, so it will be solid in this case, and that is how we come to double ventral solid nerve cord. So if nerve cord is present in any invertebrate, for example it is present in annelids also, so condition will be same, that is reverse of our spinal cord, that is it will be double ventral and solid nerve cord. Now, there are many sense organs which are present. Some of the most prominent ones are antennae are present. They sense the external environment. Now, eyes are present. It can be compound eyes or simple eyes. Now, certain organs are present, sensory organs, which are called as statocysts. Now, these statocysts are the balancing organs. After this, we come to the last system, that is reproductive system. Now, if we talk about reproductive system, then most arthropods are unisexual, or we can say dioecious. That is, male and female will be distinct, sexes will be separate or distinct. It will be sexual reproduction, fertilization will happen inside body, internal fertilization. The development will be indirect as well as direct, so larva can be present, larva can be absent, and these will be oviparous in this particular case. Lastly, talking of the examples. Now, we can divide the examples of arthropods into certain categories. First, we will talk about economically important insects. So, these are the insects which are beneficial to humans. So, the first is apis or honeybee, gives us honey. The second is bombyx or the silkworm, gives us silk. The third is lacifer or lac insects, which gives us lac. So, these are economically important insects. Next, coming to the vectors. So, vectors are the animals which will transfer a disease, and here the three mosquitoes are given: Anopheles, Culex and Aedes. Then we talk about Limulus or the king crab. It is called as living fossil. Living fossils are the organisms which have not changed since millions of years. So, whatever form was present millions of years before, the same form is present today also. So, very little evolution has happened in them, and it is Limulus or king crab. Next, we talk about gregarious pest. So, what is gregarious pest? So, these will remain in group but are selfish, do not help each other, and such are called as gregarious pest. The reverse of gregarious is social. If we talk about ants, for example, or honeybees, they live in groups and help each other. So, those are social insects, and this is an example of gregarious pest, that is locust or locusta. Then others, butterfly, prawn and scorpion. We can easily look into the diagrams. The first one is the locust. Always remember that it is not grasshopper, it is locust. The B is the butterfly, common one. C is the scorpion that we talked, it was member of arachnids. And the last is prawn that we talked about as an example of crustacean are being shown here.